AirMiners exists for a stable climate and a thriving human civilization. When we started, the biggest gap in carbon removal was on the supply side. How do we remove carbon? That's what had us build our startup accelerator to support up and coming companies. Now, given that we have hundreds of companies removing carbon from the sky, and at the same time, a pullback, including federal funding for carbon removal in the United States, we've been really focusing on the demand side of carbon removal. Where does the investment, where do the purchases come from? Integrating carbon removal into corporate sustainability strategies. Those are things like our Buyers Club, our Buyers Academy, and we've been really looking for what are the opportunities to really have exponential impact on the demand side of carbon removal. So I'm super excited to tell you we're working with Nasdaq to bring carbon removal training to big corporations. We've taken everything we've learned from our Buyers Academy, from our AirMiners Boot Up program. It's really designed for corporate sustainability leaders to learn all the ins and outs of carbon removal so they can add it into their sustainability strategies. A lot of people have heard about carbon removal. There's thousands of corporate sustainability leaders that have heard about carbon removal, maybe in the New York Times or in the Wall Street Journals or from their friends or at a conference. Having a resource they can work with on their own time, their own pace, is a game changer. It means they can go from having heard of carbon removal to knowing how it works, to integrating it into their sustainability strategies, to investing in and to purchasing carbon removal. We've talked about working backwards from 10 billion tons of carbon dioxide removal needed per year by 2050. To be on track, we need to be at 285 million tons per year removed by 2030, which means tripling the amount of carbon removed every year from now to 2030. Last year, we had a couple dozen companies purchasing carbon removal. Imagine this year, we have 1,000 corporate sustainability leaders participating in this NASDAQ Carbon Academy. They go on to add carbon removal to their sustainability plans, their net zero goals. Some people add in 10 tons, some people add in 100, 1,000, 10,000. That is a world we're able to triple carbon removal this year. It's a world we're on track for 2030 and beyond. And so, look, if this is for you, if you've been wondering about carbon removal, you've known about it and you want to learn, then sign up for the academy. It's a great resource. It's available online right now, and most likely this isn't you're not a corporate sustainability leader, but maybe you're a person at a startup, maybe you're working in sales at a startup company, maybe you're a carbon removal enthusiast. And in that case, you can send this to your friends that work at big companies, or if you are yourself interacting with a lot of bigger companies or corporate sustainability leaders, maybe you're in the business of working on corporate training or corporate education programs, sharing stuff like that. I'd love to hear from you so we can help get the word out about this NASDAQ Carbon Academy. This is a really exciting addition to the carbon removal ecosystem, and it's how we unlock the scale of carbon removal that we need to have a stable climate.